Hey guys, what's going on? It's Tony from Mt Paintball. Today I'm here with Ray from Ninja Paintball 2018 Paintball Extravaganza, and we're going to do a quick history of Ninja Paintball, how you became what it is now. So, without further ado, let's dive into it.
I actually started my first game of paintball in February of 1988.
Okay.
I was in high school, and one of the Army recruiters put together a paintball game, and I went with them, and it was a blizzard. It was snowing like crazy, but we drove to the field, we played, and I was hooked. I was hooked ever since. I played
That's all it took,
since
huh?
high school, and that's all it took. One game, and I was hooked. I played sophomore year, I played junior year, I played senior year, I played every weekend I could. I played nonstop.
Just addicted.
Nonstop.
Just addicted.
I was addicted. I joined the Army, I left, I came back, and I started playing again, and I played ever since.
How did you get involved with actually the business side? Like, how did you get hired with Ninja, or how did that start?
Well, I was working in restaurants, and when you work restaurants, you work a lot of weekends, and I wasn't able to play paintball like I wanted to. And it wasn't like I need to play paintball, but I really wanted to play paintball.
Right.
So a job opened up at a local factory called the Hose Shop, and I knew they made paintball things because I ran a local field at that point. I switched over and I changed some hours, so I was helping a local field, and I was managing the field, and they needed a tech. And I have some mechanical knowledge, so I was like, you know what? I'm going to give this Monday through Friday thing a try.
Yeah.
And I started there as a tech in production, and just started there in 2001. So I've been at our current job, Ninja, if you will, pressure specialist, Hose Shop, for over 16 years.
That's a long time.
At one location,
That's a long
one
time.
person. Yeah.
So how did Ninja, how did it first become a thing?
Ninja started because my boss, an outside sales rep, selling hydraulic parts, was walking around a industrial park, and he knocked on a door, and a guy answered the door in Wheeling, Illinois. Some of you may know why that's important.
Okay.
He knocked on the door, and a guy answered the door in a face mask, a goggle, holding a paintball gun, and in coveralls. And my boss is going, I'm going to die. Because nobody knew what paintball was back in like 1986, 1987.
Yeah.
Really small. And he goes, I'm going to die. And the guy goes, yeah, what can I do for you? And he looks up, and on this paintball gun is a stainless steel hose and some elbows and fittings. He's like, where do you get that at? And the guy told him, and he goes, I could supply you hoses. And the guy goes, oh, well, here's my business card. Here's my business card. Next thing you know, he sells 100 hoses. 100 becomes 200.
So this guy answers the door. He sees the hose hanging from the gun.
From the gun, and he goes, I'll sell you hoses. It's Tom K with Airgun Designs in Wheeling, Illinois. And he doesn't know who Tom K is. So he sells them 100, he sells them 200.
Wow.
And at that point, Tom K puts in an order for 500. And my boss's boss at the time said, what are we making and why? And he goes, we make stainless steel hoses for paintball. And the guy goes, this is nothing. I want you to sell thousands of components. You're selling hundreds. I don't want to do this business. Tell the guy he's done. Go somewhere else. And my boss goes, hey, what if I make the hoses? I'll buy the hose. I'll cut it in my house. I'll put the ends. I'll crimp it, and I'll sell it to him. The guy goes, whatever. His boss goes, whatever. Do it on the side. You have my permission. So he starts making hoses in his basement with his wife and his two daughters. So they're making hoses in his basement. He's still selling parts. 500 becomes 1,000. Another manufacturer looks into it. How do I get hose? Contacts John. Next thing you know, he's making so many hoses, he quits his normal job, and he's making hoses in his basement. Well, then, my boss, being a smart guy, goes, what goes through this? Air. Well, how do I get air into it? Well, I'd love it if somebody made this long thing so I could put air back here.
A remote line?
Yeah, and so we made the first stainless steel 4-foot long remote line. Well, how do I get air into the tank? Well, you need a UFA.
Yeah.
I'll go out and have a UFA made, and I'll make an adapter to screw it into the gun. Somebody said he knew about the coils from the hydraulic industry. He said, hey, instead of this long straight remote, how about I make it as a coil so it's like a flex?
Stretchy, yeah.
Started selling coils. Then he said, well, what goes into this gun? CO2 valves. Maybe I'll start making CO2 valves. Maybe I'll start making air. So he grew, just like you, just like any small business. He found an idea. He found his niche. He worked hard in his basement until we grew it into what we call the hose shop. At one point in time, you won't believe this, one point in time, we had 10 people in a room making stainless steel hoses. Each person made 500 hoses a day. We made 5,000 hoses a day, 5 days a week, because we supplied to Tippmann, we supplied to PMI, we supplied to Spider, we supplied to Dye, we supplied to all these guys, bought all their stuff from us for years as an OEM. So people who play paintball for any length of time has probably used our equipment, just never known it.
That is amazing.
People
the
have no
things
idea.
you learn every day come to the door and there's Tom K dressed up in a suit.
Now you look back at it and you say, wow, but at
No,
that
really
point in time,
makes
he
you
had no
think.
idea.
That's
no
awesome.
idea. It all started with one hose until we grew into what we are now, until today.
So for you guys out there, that was honestly, that kind of blew my mind. I didn't know any of that. That was some great knowledge from Ray from Ninja. Wow, no, like that's awesome.
People think, hey, you just make a business. No,
People
but
think right now, people think you guys are the SL tanks and the Pro V2 Reds.
that's it. But we all started with a stainless steel hose, CO2 valves for heaven's sake.
You got to start somewhere.
You start somewhere and you build it up and you work hard at it, and we do. We're a small business. We don't have a ton of employees. You or anybody in the Chicagoland area, Crystal Lake, Illinois, you come on by. If we're not busy, we have no problem showing you our factory where we have the machines.
We would love to do a walkthrough of that. That would be awesome.
You're more than welcome, and you can see our machine shop, our material, our American-made product, where the jobs come in from the scrap, the tools, the oil. All those are jobs in our area to support our industry in paintball, so that money stays in America and that money stays here, and we're still supplying equipment out there. And we do it all in one building. And like I said, love to have you guys out and
That's
visit
awesome.
us.
We'll certainly come by within this year and do like a walkthrough of the facility.
Absolutely.
So guys, once again, this is Ray from Ninja, Tony from Lone Wolf. We're at 2018 Paintball Extravaganza, and that was a quick and great history of the company from the ground up. So guys, give this video a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and thanks for watching. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Certainly appreciate it.